Krawczyk, class of 1998, football. Eric was a unanimous first-team All-Ivy selection his senior year. A first-team ECAC Division I AA wide receiver, he set or tied 16 Cornell receiving records in his 3 seasons, including career catches at 176, receiving yardage at 2,285, 19 100-yard games, and 17 receiving touchdowns. Eric became the first Cornell player to surpass 1,000 yards receiving in a season with 1,042 yards and 11 touchdowns his senior year on 89 catches, all still school records. A first-team All-Ivy pick by the Football News in 1997 when he led the nation in receptions per game at 8.9. He was second-team All-Ivy as a junior. He set 3 receiving records as a junior, the most consecutive games with a catch at 20, most consecutive games in a single season at 10, and that's the max that you can score, and the most yards in a season at 786. He earned the team's Charles Colucci Award for the non-senior who contributed the most to the success of his team as a junior in 1996. He also received the team's Pop Warner Most Valuable Player Award his senior year and the Paul Hunt Citizenship Award, the Stone Travel Big Play Award, and the Offensive Red Helmet Award. Eric was team captain and named one of the top 10 junior athletes by the Cornell Daily Sun. It is my honor to present for induction into the Cornell University Athletic Hall of Fame, Eric Krawczyk, class of 1998.
Thank you, Andy. 12 seasons have passed since I walked off Franklin Field wearing a big red helmet for the last time. Where has the time gone? It seems like yesterday the DePaula twins were busting out Coach Noyes and Coach Hoffer chatter. The first overtime game was played in college football against Colgate, and the team was belting out the alma mater in the locker rooms. Tonight, a dozen years later, I'd like to share a few ways Cornell football and the people it supports have impacted my life. I believe Ivy League football is America's legendary pursuit of excellence and camaraderie. Football embodies the struggles, suffering, and challenges of life. It also epitomizes the unbridled joy, appreciation, and glory that comes from sharing in victory. In the last decade, I've witnessed how my experiences on the football field have made a significant difference in my life. Following an incredible experience at Cornell, I toiled with football seasons in the arena and German football leagues. But the imbalance of more frustration than joy from these professional levels left me with bitterness, and I ended my football career. I tried to forget about the sport for many years, hoping to make sense of these athletic defeats by searching for another purpose for my life. I discovered that I could not avoid applying the lessons I learned from football to the challenges that I faced and the goals that I sought later in life. Whether I liked it or not, 15 years of playing this game has created some patterns of response to the world around me. Team building and leadership are core examples in my life's pursuits. Football evoked the resources I needed to approach life in a healthy way, and I stand here today grateful that I'm still living out the game in my life. I'm also grateful to have shared my football career with so many great men who are a testament to the powerful impact football has on their lives and the world. The first great man in my life was my father, Frank. From the time I could run and catch, my father instilled in me the values of hard work, discipline, and determination as he shared his knowledge and love for the game of football. He also tried to teach me to be aggressive and to always put myself first. I struggled intensely in my football career to honor my father's strategies to excel, but they contradicted my Christian worldview that I received from my eternal Father. These teachings were from a God who I could always please when I acknowledged that my gifts and passion come from Him, and that I should use them instead to glorify Him so that others may know Him. I sought hard to give God credit every day for His gifts in me by choosing to live them out passionately and by sharing them with others. Eventually, through the mentoring of my strength coach, Tom Holly, and our late team chaplain, Father Mike, I was able to make the choice to live passionately about football in order to give glory to God and do amazing things for Him. Tom and Father Mike, thanks for helping me realize that my time on the hill was not from my will, but of God's. And Dad, I love you and thank you for your desires of me. I believe I brought greatness to God, and I hope I've given you much joy to you too. To my teammates, the great men of Cornell football, whom I spend every waking hour focusing on the seasons, you are my football family, and I thank you for sharing part of your lives with me. You deserve as much of this honor as I. One of the greatest lessons I've learned from football is that I am only as strong as my relationships with my teammates, my family, and my community. Without experiencing your brotherhood and camaraderie and reaching for excellence, I could not be who I am today. To my great coach, Dave Wall, and high school coaches Jim McQuaid, Greg Urbis, and Mark Angelo, thanks for leading me through the battles as a rite of passage for my adolescent journey. To Coach Pete DiStefano, for recruiting and giving me a chance to come to Cornell. To Coach Jay Venuto and Coach Bill Laser, for leading the Wolf Pack to such a great honor. To all of the Cornell football family who humbly and tirelessly work behind the scenes in order to share in the tradition of excellence that is Cornell, all of you have impressed upon me your great virtues and strengths, and I thank you. To my mother, thanks for your enduring commitment to keep me healthy, to cart me around to all of my athletic pursuits, and to teach me how to clean my own raunchy practice uniforms. To my family and friends, your care and support has meant so much to me in my life's joys and sufferings. I thank you. And last but not least, to my beautiful and loving wife, Casey. You've endured my frustration and adamant humility about my football life that is unfamiliar to you with so much patience and respect. I thank you, and I love you. Thank you for this honor. As a result of preparing for this event, I have a stronger awareness of how Cornell athletics has impacted
my life. My passion from football will continue to influence the rest of my journey, and I thank God for the legendary excellence and camaraderie I experienced wearing a Cornell uniform.